have a very special interview with none other than Vladimir Kramnik. Without further ado, Fun Master Mike, take it away, standing by with the former world champion.
Thanks, guys. We're the Grandmaster Vladimir Kramnik, whose team battled to a 2-2 tie today. Obviously, I want to ask you about the controversy, but I want to ask you about the match first. Are you reasonably happy with a 2-2 tie?
No, I think we were very close to win the match, unfortunately. But, of course, in general, yes, I'm happy. It's a good result, but I think we were very close to win. And so, I'm happy with the guys. They were really fighting well. I mean, no reproach. All the tactics for the match worked fully, just that we missed a win. One win on second or at the end on the third board. It was getting close. But okay, what to do? But I'm proud of my guys. They really showed that they can play real chess.
Yeah, they're a fun team to watch. Now, back to what we were talking about in the middle of the round. You did ask for the cell phone that was recording the top board, Grandmaster Gukesh's game, to be removed. And we talked really briefly, but
it was not at the beginning of the round. Not in the middle, from the very beginning, because it is an obvious violation of FIDE rules. I mean, I was just shocked to see it, because it is violating handbook, violating rules. It's not allowed to have phones. And I said, I don't mind to have a camera. I'm there, I'm here. It's not a reproach to Indian team. I would do the same against any team. I'm here to protect my guys. It's my job, So I see that, there is an obvious violation of FIDE rules, of chess, And, I'm shocked that everybody takes it as normal. I said very clearly, okay, please, instead of telephone, put the camera. I have no problem, but not telephone, because it's a device which is theoretically can transmit moves. But it's not against Indian team or something, but just like, if you are taking a little bit serious anti-cheating, you just cannot do it simply.
Do you know if the Fair Play team looked at the existence of a SIM card or Wi-Fi, what did they look for?
No, of course there is no SIM card, but in nowadays technology, it's not difficult to. There was I was present there. There was Bluetooth. You could switch on Bluetooth. So SIM card, not SIM card. It is a kindergarten. It doesn't matter at all. So it is. Maybe it's not a fault of Indian team, but it's an obvious violation of rules. And I understand. I understand Indian fans watch. I have nothing to do, nothing against it. But just what's the problem to put the camera instead and don't violate basic rules? When I was entering, they're taking from me my electronic cigarettes, which cannot even have any device. You cannot transmit anything. They told me if they find it, they will ban. I will get 0. But then why you have a phone, nearby players? It is absurd. It is absurd.
Can I ask why only the Gukesh phone? Why not all 4 phones? Why were they not all analyzed, or were they?
No, I just took one. It was actually not Gukesh, I saw some other one. I don't remember. It doesn't matter which phone. It just doesn't matter. Okay. Just take one. I just wanted to check if it's transmittable. Yes, it is transmittable.
Okay.
There is no SIM card, but Bluetooth was on. You can switch on Bluetooth. All information is on phone, so it is obvious violation. And so now I'm going to speak with my team. With the head of people on the team, and we will see if we make an official appeal.
I think you have 2 hours. I was going to ask you, do you plan to appeal?
I will discuss with them, and we'll see if there is official, because it just cannot be tolerated nowadays. Cheating in general, it's very easy nowadays, and at least you cannot do this. I'm very, I would say, skeptical about anti-cheating measures here in general. I saw people are checked. Nobody really checks, but this is just way too much. So I hope they will just remove it. They will make cameras. I saw, by the way, few people during the round every day, basically going there with mobile phone, making videos. This is absurd. It's just in nowadays world, it's absurd. So I just don't want to blame anyone, but I just want that, people start to take it seriously. It is it's not an accusation, but it is a serious issue. And as long as we will just below this, we will, it's, we can have anything. Yeah? So it's just like basic thing. But all in all, it was my team. I'm a captain and I want to protect my guys, and it doesn't matter whom we play. I want the rules to be fulfilled. So, if they take our phones, our everything, our credit card, somebody was banned for mechanical watch, and here you have phones simply. It's just ridiculous. Sorry. It just cannot be.
Fascinating insights. I really appreciate your openness. I do want to say that I spoke with the chief arbiter, who does not want to go on the record until we decide whether or not there will be an appeal. So you've got some work to do with your team. I'm going to let you go, but thanks again, Vladimir Kramnik.
Thank you.
And by the way, guys, for all the people there are some social media posts that have been made that Kramnik made a complaint about this. I think it was just the fact that he had said that we want to check the phones if there are any SIM cards or not. And these phones have been already checked before, and they were posted, and Kramnik made a check. And then once checked, the phones were kept back. Basically, we have kept, these are video cameras, but with it is like the mobile phones, because they are long lasting battery and they shoot, and we are able to capture full games, and that we can then later on edit and post, which is the reason why they are put. And there is nothing, there are no SIM cards, no apps, nothing. It's just there and to shoot the game. So this was already checked by the fair play team before the event. This has already been checked, and Kramnik checked them, and everything was fine. So I guess there's nothing more to be said about this incident. I hope everything's fine on that front.
He does, but okay, I'm going to be honest here, and I will try to be concise and objective, although admittedly it is a bit hard for me, given, despite the tremendous respect that I and the chess world at large has for Vladimir Kramnik and his chess achievements and his contribution to the game, some of his antics, including his accusations toward yours truly, makes it hard for me to be objective. And I think that the onus is on him now to be specific if he is filing a complaint. And here's the thing. I looked up the FIDE handbook during this interview. I did a control F for mentions of phones. Here's what I found. Rule 12.8 in the most recent handbook reads, unless authorized by the arbiter, it is forbidden for anybody to use a mobile phone or any kind of communication device in the playing venue or any contiguous area. That first part, unless authorized by the arbiter, my understanding was that Sagar's phones were authorized by the arbiter. Most importantly, the opposing team does not have a say in whether these phones are allowed. You could dispute the rectitude of the law, but this seems to be the rule. As for e-cigarettes, and that they are taken away, also part of the rules, smoking, including e-cigarettes, is permitted only in the section of the venue designated by the arbiter. This seems to be more of a gray area. In my opinion, Vladimir Kramnik needs to provide the exact rule in the handbook that he is basing his appeal on, and there's no question that he cares about his team. We all care about fair play, and egregious violations should be hunted down and eliminated, but he needs to be specific, and right now, I'm not exactly understanding which rule he believes is being violated. We will get more facts, I'm sure, pretty soon.
Judith, your thoughts? Do you agree with what Danya just summarized for us so eloquently?
Well, to tell you the truth, I think fair play is something very important in chess, online and offline equally. At the same time, I think it's an extremely sensitive thing. It's like the doping controls, also something very sensitive, because you're taking and checking the players, and you make sure that everything went according to the rules, right? So, of course, it is a very unpleasant situation for the Indian team also, because it's not an accusation, but it's a very unpleasant discussion, let's put it that way. So I think that the FIDE has to be extremely careful and very well developing their way of regulations. They have to be very clear to the players, also in all kind of meetings with the captain meetings and everywhere, being extremely open about it and make discussions with the team captains, because, for example, this is going on from the very first round. So it is important that these kind of things does not come up when it's already the final phase of the Olympiad. So I think, of course, everybody's nerves are cracking. Everybody wants the best for the teams. But this is something has to be talked about much more, I believe, in much more clearer ways, and communicating with the people who are skeptical on these matters.
Thank you, Judith. There's one important point I would like to make to everybody watching as well. The phones in question are provided by Chessbase India, who are covering the matches of the Indian team. Those phones are not the Indian Olympiad teams. They are a completely different entity. They're Chessbase India, and I know they're both Indian, but it's important to mention that it's not the Indian Olympiad team that have put those phones there. And to my knowledge, we will get confirmation either way, so don't take my word for it. I believe those devices have been specifically approved by the arbiters. Danya, I want to ask one interesting follow-up question based on something that Kramnik said. He mentioned swapping out the phones for cameras, but in the same breath also mentioned Bluetooth. Now, there are plenty of devices that don't have SIM cards in them that can transmit via Bluetooth, and in this day and age, cameras technically fall into that category.
Yeah, I mean, literally, my washing machine has Bluetooth. I don't know when I would ever need to start a wash cycle when I'm away from the house, but I mean, my toothbrush can connect to Bluetooth, for goodness sake. But
sure.
Here's the thing. I just wanted to clarify something important, which is that, you know, of course, this is an incredibly serious issue. And there was a Reddit post a couple days back with a picture of someone holding a phone in the playing hall. And Christian Chirilla, of course, who was on site, mentioned that that was a FIDE social media official. There's maybe 2 to 3 people max allowed in the playing hall with a phone. And this is not a bendable rule. This has to be taken very seriously. And it is absolutely unacceptable for anybody to have a phone in the playing hall of a tournament this serious, or any tournament, without authorization. So this is not a rule that can see any cracks. And I am totally with that. And if anybody sees a violation, whether it's Kramnik, or Capablanca, or whoever, they should immediately report it. But at the same time, when you're discussing the rules, I just think you need to be specific, and you need to realize that you always need to allow for the possibility that you might be wrong, or that you are not seeing the complete picture. And I think that we would have more use to our general anti-cheating discourse if we understood that this is a nuanced topic, and that everybody has something to learn from other participants in this discussion. That's it.
I think that's a great point, Danya. And don't forget, the interview with Mike Klein isn't an appeal. There could well be additional information that we don't have access to. There could well be extra context that we're not entirely sure of. We're basing what we're currently discussing off of that interview. So we do have to wait and see if an appeal is filed. And if it is, we'll learn more. If it isn't, well, we speculate for now, but really we should just wait for the facts to materialize on the ground.